So what up, y'all? Source here, Source and Company. So obviously I'm the Source, as always. Today's company is my guy from the 804. We're gonna call him Roc Daddy.
Yeah, Roc Daddy. That's the name I go by now. You know what I mean?
Roc Daddy.
Yeah, because that's who I am. I am a father. You know what I mean?
Father Roc.
Look.
BFU.
Yeah.
So, you've been in the 804 all your life, right?
All my life. Born and raised.
Born and raised. Your parents grew up here? Family grew up here?
Nah, my parents are from North Carolina.
Oh, for real?
And they met in Richmond.
They both from North Carolina and met in Richmond?
Both from North Carolina. Different parts of North Carolina, and they met in Richmond. Yep.
Okay, that's crazy. I never knew. So, 804 representative. We can just skip through all the high school stuff unless it's something specific. But when did you start rapping? How about that? We'll start there. When you started the music thing.
I started rapping. My homeboy Jarrell, who's no longer with us, R.I.P. He was my oldest brother Jamal's best friend, and they was in a rap group. And it was Jarrell and my brother Jamal, my homeboy Dana, and they was all in a rap group. And one day they had a battle, and it was crazy. I say this. It was Jamal Jarrell versus Dana and Sean Wood's brother, Kevin Wood, who's no longer with us, R.I.P.
Wow, okay.
So they was battling each other. And it's just that Jarrell and Jamal and them, they won. You know what I mean? So that moment was like, oh, this shit dope. But I couldn't rap. So Jarrell was like, do you want to rap? I said, yeah. He said, do you want to learn how to rap? I said, yeah. So he wrote my first rap for me.
Wow, okay.
And I took that rap and used it as a blueprint. And that's how, because I did not know how to write rap. So that rap was my blueprint to how to do bars and everything. And then the moment I knew I wanted to be a rapper was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Moody Middle. It was this rap show they had at Moody Middle. And Freak D came to our school. You know Freak D.
Word, yeah, I do. Wow.
Freak D came to our school to rap. And the showmanship that I tell Freak this to this day. The showmanship that he displayed on that stage, that crowd control and the way he rapped, I knew I wanted to be a rapper. I said, I want to be a rapper. That was it. So it was Jarrell and Freak D that made me want to be a rapper, honestly.
Wow.
And my brother too. My brother introduced me to WKRE.
Of
you know
course.
what I mean? El Bravador and them. MC,
that's all we had.
Yeah. All that.
Yeah, that's dope. So if you take it away from locally and family wise, was it a song that made you clearly you said who made you or who inspired you to rap, but was it a song that made you like, yo, yeah, I need to do this?
Oh, damn. Wiggy.
We're going back like that? Okay.
Wiggy. Hey, Jay. Shit like that.
Okay.
Then the Fat Boys came out. Oh my God. Fat Boys. Like Fat Boys, that album, the Stick album, that album.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name. You know what I'm talking about. That album.
Yes.
That was it. That was it for me. That was the shit. Fat Boys, yeah, hell yeah. Fat Boys.
Wow.
And the WKRE, because I didn't really know too much about rappers. And then WKRE, shout out to Bravado, because that was the only thing that we had to listen to as far as some hip hop shit.
Yeah, because we won't get no hip hop in this area. Really not on the radio for real, like regular radio, but not to this area, because that was a time where music was still like localized or in New York, and then it would trickle down to VA eventually.
Yeah, they played a lot of the hip hop that a lot of people don't know about, like Skinny Boys, EDP. They was playing Antoinette. They played a lot of underground hip hop that actually didn't make it to the commercial side, but it was still important to the culture. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That inspired me. All those rappers back then inspired me to want to rap. So, but basically, Fat Boys, Curtis Blow,
So you went from wanting to rap to developing a collective. Y'all ended up. I'm assuming. You already said mentioned Sean P. I'm assuming that DU, Disorganized Union, for those that don't know, the union, however you want to break it down, is a collection of friends first. Yeah?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's the neighborhood friends, and mostly people that we grew up with, and most people we went to school with. So, yeah.
So, how did that? I mean, because for those that don't know, like it may not be a lot of rap groups from Richmond that blew, but if you know, you know, and Disorganized Union is a group that, like I said, if you know, you know, because y'all was doing it for a long time.
Yeah, we were. But the thing about us was we were rapping because we wanted to rap. Like, despite what they might say, I know how the shit was. Motherfuckers would say, you know, they wanted to get paid. We didn't care about getting paid. we wanted to be the dopest rappers in the neighborhood. Then we wanted to be the dopest rappers in the city.
Right.
Everything else didn't matter to us. You know what I mean? Outside of Richmond didn't matter to us. But back then though, we know rappers, you know what I'm saying? You was rapping, like we all thought that Richmond as a whole could blow up. So we just wanted to be respected. Like, you know, you got these people in Southside, you got Lonnie, you got Mad Murder Mook, you got, you know, I mean, I said Mad Murder Mook, Merc, you know what I'm saying? You got shit, Cloud 9, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got all these, we got all these rappers coming up. We just wanted to be respected. You know what I mean? And the way it started was in a talent show, Henrico talent show. Yeah, because I was rapping with my homeboy Dwayne. Now he's the owner of Design Detail, which is a sponsor of our podcast show.
It's like fun sponsor.
You know,
full circle. Absolutely.
So me and Dwayne was a rapper. Shout out to Nathaniel. And I met Diallo. The day I met Diallo was the day his mama came and picked me up to go to the studio. I met Diallo, his mom, and his brother the same day, at the same time.
Where were you? Explain. I
like Diallo.DJ. I talked to Diallo on the phone, but I never met him in person. The day I met him, his mom took us to the studio, so she came and picked me up. So I get in the van,
right?
And I was like, "How you doing?" She said, "Hi, my name I'm Miss Moss, and this is my son Diallo, and this is my son Manu." And I said, "That's the first time I met them. Like this was like 25 years ago." You know what I'm saying? So we went to the studio. Then we had the group Solar Brotherhood, and then Sean Pedro, who's no longer with us, Wally, my brother, and Ronnie Ray, they were Junior Villains. And then we all could form. Junior Villains did a talent show in Henrico. Dwayne stopped rapping. Nathaniel moved, and Diallo was always my DJ. So Diallo became the DJ of the crew. Okay. So Diallo became everybody DJ.
DJ/producer.
Yeah, really. Got that sound. That's another story though. And they did Sean and them did a talent show. And you know, they did one talent show that was cool. They did another talent show. And Joe Doja came in, you know what I mean? I knew Joe since he was like 3. You know what I mean?
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So they all came in, they did a talent show, they won. Everybody started respecting us. Then we came out with a record called Pocket Full of Lentless. Yeah. Sure. And the fact that we knew Mike Street, he played on the radio. People knew the record, you know what I'm saying? So Henrico High School asked us to come back and perform at the talent show.
Oh, you felt like Freak D. It was like, well, that was at middle school, but it was still full circle. Yeah,
it was Henrico. So that now it was like full circle now. So with that, that's when we knew we had something. And then Ray had this garage in the back of his house. So we cleaned the garage out and made that the studio. And that was called the Woodworks. And that's where the union started forming. The Woodworks.
Collective. So it was woo-ish.
Yeah. So, you know.
And from that, so the connect, well, you knew, like you said, you knew Mike Street. Mike Street was a DJ at the University of Richmond, right? Yep. At the time. And eventually, out of that collective, people who used to rap at the University of Richmond on on Saturdays, people used to go up there and rhyme.
Saturday 6 to 8.
Saturdays, people used to go up there and rhyme. And eventually, Disorganized and the others somehow turned into Super Friends.
Not exactly.
Some of it.
Not exactly. What happened was, off the ass, we was at an off the ass basketball game. I don't know if it was an off the ass talent show or something. I met Shaquan, and actually I knew Shaquan because I met Shaquan a long time. Skills. I met him a long time ago playing basketball at Providence Park.
Time out. Could either of y'all hoop?
Huh?
Could either of y'all
No,
hoop?
we used to go out there and play. Playing basketball was just something to do.
I just wanted to know. Continue.
Yeah. Right, so we went out there and played basketball. That's the first time I ever met him.
Gotcha.
But I met him as the nigga that was at Providence Court playing basketball.
Right.
But I met him as Shaquan at Off the Ass. I met him and Kalonji the same day. They had a guy named Derek the Mindbender. I met him through Dwayne. We did a record with him, maybe 2 months prior to me meeting Shaquan and Kalonji. So Mindbender was like, "Hey yo, that guy right there, he nice." So we rapping. So we started rapping. Everybody started rapping like a cipher. You know what I mean? You know what a cipher is. You know what I mean? I know you know. You know what I'm saying? But so we started doing the cipher, and they invited us. He told me, "Y'all, you got any more rappers?" I said, "Yo, it's a whole crew of us." He said, "Man, y'all come to University of Richmond, man. We be doing the U of R house party with Mike Street." First time I met Mike Street. It was right there. You know what I'm saying? So we used to go up there, man, every Saturday, bro. We used to go in the neighborhood and write 16s. And we all said our 16s to each other just to go up there and kill it.
Right.
And that was just the highlight of our childhood, of our, young adulthood. We used to go up there. We used to make sure that our 16s were tight. And we made sure that everybody's 16 was on point. To go up there and kill it. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of rappers up there, man. It was good, yo. So it was like we didn't want to be out there looking stupid.
Yeah. So that's
from that,
mm-hmm.
we used to go to VCU, and we was standing in front of Rose Hall, and I met Lonnie B through everybody. You know what I mean? From University of Michigan. You know what I'm saying? No, I met Lonnie at Night World. Well, that's another story. So he used to come up there.
Night World.
Yeah, he used to come up there too. So we was standing in front of Rose Hall. It was me, Lonnie, and Shaquan. And Lonnie was like, "Man, you know what? Man, we got all these collective rappers from all over the city. You know, Rocky out from North Side, Skills is from North Side, I'm from South Side, man. Mouth from West End. You know what? We should call ourselves the Super Friends." And that's
Word.
And that's exactly how I have it. That's exactly how I have it. Yeah.
So originally it was more people. Then it kind of
a lot more people. It was a lot more people. And then it got to a point where that's another story. You know what I mean?
I ain't trying to put you on that. You know, I'll leave that for something.
That's a document. That's a shit for the documentary, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that shit was fun though, man.
And you had some real experiences, man. I mean, as far as
I did. I mean, with that, you know, with rap, like I used to get paid to rap. You know what I mean? I traveled. You know, I got a chance to go to LA a lot. Before it was cool to go to LA. I was going to LA before, you know what I mean, doing shit. Just cause I could rap. Like I got a lot of opportunity to do a lot of shit just cause I could rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was cool. You know what I mean? It was, you know, like I said, man, nigga, we used to rap because we like rapping. We didn't care. You know, getting paid was the last thing we were thinking about. We weren't even thinking about it. And I wish we were back then, but we weren't thinking about that shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't about that. Like you said, it wasn't about that.
It wasn't about that. I mean,
it was about everything but that.
Exactly.
Now it's about that and none of the rest. But that's a whole nother story in itself.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm not mad at it, you know. Everything changes, everything evolves. And rap is one of those things. Now it makes money for everybody. Everybody get paid off rap. Whether
you ain't lying.
Or you don't.
You ain't lying, bro. More power to him.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him. Speaking of getting paid off of rap and other ways, you and Sean and Fuma and Steve, whole lot of people developed I don't even know what to call it. Spike Punch. It's a podcast.
It's a podcast, but Spike Punch was supposed to be a web show. That was why we originated. Like Joe came up with the name Spike Punch. Spike Punch was supposed to be a web show.
Dope name, by the way.
So we got cameras, you know what I mean? We got all this equipment. So the plan with Spike Punch was supposed to be We go out here and we shoot skits, and then we do interviews, and then we get niggas to rap and perform. You know, like a variety show. Right? So we did like 7 episodes, and I gotta give this to Mouth. Mouth had a conversation with Sean. Was like, you know, I see what y'all doing, but I don't see no show. You know what I mean? So Sean called me, was like, he got a point, yo. I said, I mean, what you want? But here's the thing. You're the reason why we got a podcast, though, for real. If you don't know, you're the reason why we got a fucking podcast.
And why? Pray tell.
You're the reason, because you invited me and Sean to be on your sports bar podcast.
True.
Right? And we were on the phone. Everybody was on the phone talking.
Yep.
Right? And you asked the question about, you had 4 rappers on the boat, Q-Tip, Mike, Andre 3000 or Big Boy. Who would you throw off the boat? And, you know, I don't know why you, as the biggest Tribe fucking Called Quest fan I know, other than me, you said Fife. And Sean said Fife. Yeah. And I think your boy Chris said Fife too, didn't he?
I don't remember. I don't know if he said Fife. I don't know who he said.
Okay. Well, I was the only one that said Big Boy, and that's where the
so he must have said Fife then. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that's where the back and forth went with me and Sean. We started going off. Then I took that same conversation. I took to everybody else, Shaquan, Lonnie, and all of them. And it got to a big debate. Then it got to a point when we were filming our web show. We will film our web show for like 30 minutes. It'll take us like 30 minutes to do it. We will sit out there and have a music debate for hours after that. So then Sean called me one day and said, man, you want to do a podcast, Shady? And I said, I guess. So then we called Steve. Steve had his own podcast called Circus Nuts Podcast.
Steve Hawks.
Yeah, Steve. Hilarious. Steve, you know what I'm saying? So we asked him, and Steve is married to Dwayne, my rap partner's sister. Full circle, you know what I mean? Full circle, you know what I mean?
I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah, so Sean knew Steve, Sean knew about the podcast. I met Steve on his podcast. So he invited us to his podcast. Me and Sean started arguing. So Steve was like, I think this will work. So we did a test run, and the whole time Steve was the moderator, and me and Sean going back and forth arguing. So Spike Punch Podcast was born. Now, Fuma was supposed to be a guest. Fuma came on the show to be one guest.
Guess they never left.
Called me and was like, hey, Fuma said he want to be part of the podcast. I was like, I mean, you know, I know Fuma, and I'm not going to tell him no. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I mean, it's like, it was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Fuma, 25 years. I knew it, like, I knew all these little niggas for so long. So it was a no-brainer, bro. So, and everybody brings a different point. And then we brought Brittany in because Brittany used to help me with the video. So Brittany was supposed to be there just to take pictures.
Right.
And she started chiming in off the mic. You know what I mean? Just started to hear her voice in the background going. So we put her on the mic. So now we 5 deep, and that's just how it came about. And man, and we've been getting a lot of good reviews about this shit, bro. Because people been hitting us up saying, "Is y'all show scripted?" You know what I mean? I was like, nah, like you can cut the mics off, and we're gonna still be doing this.
Oh, you know? Wait, people asked, was the arguing, the debate part scripted?
Yeah, everything was scripted.
Oh,
no, it's not.
Okay. Well, that's a compliment, though.
Yeah,
that's a compliment.
Yeah, people have been asking us, is the show scripted a lot? They was like, the shit is just too entertaining for it not to be scripted. And I'm telling you, it's not. I said, me and Sean, I can call Sean on the phone right now, and we will have an argument within 2 minutes about something that he want to do and something I don't want to do, or vice versa.
I believe it. I believe it.
But that's like my brother. Like I got 2 brothers, and Sean is my brother. You know what I'm saying? I knew this nigga forever. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's nothing he can say to me that make me want to hold a grudge against him. Sometimes I be like, man, fuck you. And he definitely say fuck you. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah, but other than that, like I can't. As far as Sean, I'm gonna just give this nigga a big up. Like, as far as them,
he ain't gonna never hit the end of this.
Yeah, he's the only guy I can count on. No matter what. Like, if I need anything done, you know, the union, we used to be like 10 deep.
Right.
And like I said, I love my niggas, you know, to this day. But, you know, as far as who you can count on, you know, when we was doing the music, I was the guy mostly behind the scenes, putting everything together, you know. And then Ray was like my right hand man, you know, whatever.
Right.
But everybody else just did their part. And Sean, it's crazy as it sounds. Sean came to me like 2-3 years ago and said, I want to apologize to you as far as not doing as much as I could have done while we was doing music. I could have did more. And I was like, you know what?
That's real, though.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
You knew it in the moment. You just ain't put it on him because it was everybody. But that's, like, for somebody to come back, to me, for somebody to come back and apologize for something that they learned or they realized later on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to give them props.
Yeah, he said that. And like I said, like I called him, I was like, bro, I can't do this without you. You can't do this without me. Like, so let's keep it moving. And we've been moving ever since, though. Like, we started with nothing. We started with $150 because we was in a crew. That's another story. But we was saving money up. The crew wanted to disband, so everybody got an equal amount of money back. So we got $150 a piece. So me and Sean asked me, did you want to put your $150 in and buy a heat press for a t-shirt? I was like, yeah, whatever. So we took that $300 and we built a t-shirt company. You know what I'm saying? And the shit kind of, we built a t-shirt company and we sit there and look at how, you know, the t-shirt company financed the podcast. So, you know, people be asking us, you know, y'all just put money in this podcast. Nah, we just make money and we spend it on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we got the HD cameras, we got the board, we got the lights, the banners, you know what I mean? And then we add the sponsor. Shout out to Lonnie B too, because this nigga Lonnie B, bro, Spin 100 FM, Lonnie B, like, you just can't tell Lonnie no. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just type of motherfucker to be like, I want to do it. You know what I mean? Because you know, Lonnie has been offering to do shit for us forever. And we always told him, nah, bro, we good. But he was like, nah, I'm just going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So, you know, he became a sponsor with Spin 100, and that man bought us some chairs, you know what I mean? Some comfortable chairs, I might add, you know what I mean? So everything just coming, you know, back, and, you know, we just taking it, it's a blessing, man, because now we feel like we are still learning as we go. So.
Yeah, and it's still growing. That's the key, though. It's still growing. I mean, I ain't gonna put the number out there, how many followers or whatever y'all have specifically, but a few thousand.
It varies.
Yeah, it varies. But it's real. And for people that don't know, tell them where to check out the podcast. Let's get that in there right now.
You can check out this podcast on Facebook. It's Spike Punch Show. Just go to Facebook and in your search box type Spike Punch Show. Page will come up. If you follow me, I'm Ahmed Rahman. We normally go live on my page, but sometimes I don't forget, put the link in the Spike Punch group page. It's easy to find us on Instagram, Spike Punch Official. You know what I mean?
Punch Official, yeah.
And, you know, and then the merchandise says Spike Punch. Damn, we changed that shit. Oh, it's Spike Punch CO. Brain freeze.
That's all good.
Spike Punch CO.
Word. So I mentioned that you have a lot of different hats. So you talked about with the rapper force and the podcast, and let's talk about this editing thing you got going on, filming and editing, man. Like,
all that came.
Yeah, just talk about it.
I'm gonna tell you, the union, we all put up and bought a camera. We all put up and bought a Canon T2i, and the goal was to do our own videos.
That would have been dope. Yes.
Yeah, but no, we actually did that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
you did use it.
Yeah, we did do videos. Like, I learned, and this crazy thing about it was when I was doing videos for the crew, I didn't know how to do no videos, bro. I ain't no one. Like, I didn't even know how to work the camera all the way. Like, every day somebody was teaching me something different on that camera.
Wow.
Like, all I knew was to hit record. That's all I knew. So every time we did a video, I'm learning as I go. But we did the videos. I started Black Wonder Films right then when we got the camera. And the goal was for everybody to learn how to edit and how to do videos so we can just be just a unit. So we take turns doing our own videos.
Right.
But nobody wanted to learn how to work the camera, so I took it upon myself to learn. And then I started Black Wanted Films, man. I just started doing people's videos and weddings and all that. And I realized that I kind of got better at doing the editing part. So I was mostly doing the editing and all that shit. And then, you know, with the podcast and everything, between me and Sean, because Sean can do the editing and shit too. So we took that and, you know, started Spike Punch Media. I think that's the Instagram, Spike Punch Media Company. I don't know.
It's all Spike Punch official. They can find it.
Something like that. But and we just started doing weddings, and you know, Lonnie hired us to do the Art of Noise, so we do that.
All right.
I know. Right now, I got the Second Street Festival for this year, if they do it, and I got the Richmond Folk Festival this year, if they do it, and I got Friday Cheers coming up in May, late April, May, if they do it. So, you know, I kind of got a lot of stuff in the works, and yeah, man, just that doing the video, that shit's, you know, like I said, it's just like with rapping with me, man. I'm not even worried about getting paid, bro. I like doing it, yo. Getting the money is the extra part. Like, you know, when I get that Venmo or that PayPal or that Cash App, oh, this is pretty cool, bro. You know what I mean? But it ain't even, like, honestly, people might say you crazy, but I don't even do it for the money, bro. Like, real shit. I mean, I ain't gonna put my time in it, you know what I'm saying, if I don't get paid. But I just want to, I'm passionate about doing it. You know what I mean? It's
That's
just,
the key.
Like, when I look at it, I want to look back at it and be like, oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Anything I post on Instagram, if it's at 100 views, trust believe, I'm 75 of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Believe that, bro. Believe it.
I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you.
And that's what started the throwback videos I do on Instagram.
Yeah, I love them joints too.
Yeah, I started doing those because, again, that was supposed to be something for Spike Punch.
See,
that was supposed to be something for Spike Punch. Like,
that's
everything.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Spike Punch. Then my son Elijah, shout out to him. He's the cartoonist. Like, he does animation real good. So what we were supposed to have done was we were supposed to take people's stories and then put them in animation. You know what I'm saying? And then put it out. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the Sean P one when he was in the barbershop, the cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah, my son did that. And that was how we were supposed to do the throwback joints. We would call it true neighborhood stories.
True neighborhood stories, right.
Yeah, so, but I just decided, you know what, one day I'm just gonna record stories. So I started recording them. Yeah, and then I realized, I got a camera, I got a Zoom mic, I got a mic. Man, I do this shit for real, man. And then people been hitting me up, Mike was like, man, I don't know what made you start doing these jumps, but keep doing it. So now every week I gotta keep doing one. You know what I mean?
Listen, I have this story, which has nothing, I mean, it's related, but it's not related. I have this story that I told before on in writing, and, you know, straight from the source or the Scotia, where I used to blog. So I've written this story about this day, something happened to me as a kid. And I looked at it after I wrote it, and I was like, bruh, I don't know if this needs to be a cartoon or a TV show. It needs to be an episode of a TV show.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that was a while ago, but then seeing your throwback joints, it just made me want to be like, strangely enough, I had a couple of stories I was going to drop in these Source and Company podcasts. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though. Because one day you might be like, I'm going to start getting some throwback stories from other people. And I might just have to hold on to it.
You know what? And it's so funny you say that. Goddamn. Mom said, man, you should start doing stories from other people. I said, you know what? That is a great idea.
Yeah, man.
Because he was telling me people come to my house and sit at where I do mine at. I was like, no, I'd rather be the narrator. You know what I mean? And present it. And then go to where they are. And record. Because I'm telling you, it's so easy to record it. Because all I got to do is tell you, hit record, tell your story. And now we just going. You just go. If you mess up, just keep going. Because that's what I do. I just record all the way through, and then I chop it up. clean it up. You know what I mean?
That's what makes it easy to work with you though, because you do the work. Like you do the hard work, the editing part, which goes back to the rapping thing. You did the hard work, the behind the scenes stuff. So apparently, when you want to do something, you put that extra into it.
Man, I feel like man, the world gonna end if I don't do it, bro.
You know what? It's funny that you said those words. I mean, not that the world gonna end, even though this is a good time to point that out, but I told Lonnie a while back, I was like, if I don't do this podcast with the interviews, I mean, I need to do it before I die. I don't want to die and not do it. Mm-hmm. Whether it's financially great or not, I want to do it because I want to do it. And I feel like at some point it'll mean something to somebody. It might not be the whole world, but I feel like it'll mean something to somebody at some point. So
yeah, it would. I mean, podcasting is like the podcasting is not really that easy to do, but you just gotta have a personality. Right. You gotta make people be interested in what you talking about.
True.
And some people like let's throw Noriega out there. Like Noriega is not the greatest radio
Noriega
person.
Is a terrible interviewer.
Terrible.
Go on.
This is Noriega, cuz. So what made you want to rap? Let a nigga answer the question. Hey, that black come to me. That come to me, man. Go ahead, continue. Yeah, like he just be all over the place, bro. I mean,
and he turned it into, it always turns back to him, which is kind of Steven Jackson too, if you watch All the Smoke.
Okay.
Matt Barnes is good. Matt Barnes is like a good interviewer.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson, not so much. But he's entertaining, and then he always turns it into a story about him at some point. So it's the same thing. But Nori is actually, as terrible as he is an interviewer, he's a great interviewer at the same time. And
the personality, it's the personality, bro. Like this man makes me laugh every time I watch this shit. So I'm like you can't have that Drink Champ shit without Nori.
Absolutely.
Effing might be the calm, you know what I mean, the calm one, but you cannot have that shit without Nori. You know what I mean?
True.
So, but like I said, we're back about podcasting. Like a lot of people think podcasting is easy. It is not easy. And you gotta have something to talk about and be interesting. That's all. That's the basic way I can put it.
Yeah.
And the more hard you go for your podcast, the better the results.
Yeah. Some people get a little leery, get a little nervous when that light come on, and not even that. It might be even a learning thing. I mean, you can't teach a person how to have a personality. Like you either have one or you don't. But some people are just like, when that light come on, they're like, blah, blah, blah. Then they see it back and they're like, oh, okay, I can do a little better here, do a little better there, and then they improve. But you got to have something to spark that jump.
And be yourself. Like this, it's like you interviewing me, but it's fuck that. I'm talking to Mike Source. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If this was a phone conversation, it'll be just like this. You know what I mean?
True.
You know what I mean? So that's how a podcast should be. You know, like a conversation. I mean, it's a lot of podcasts that I like. I just to throw it out there, I don't like T.I.'s podcast.
I don't either. T.I. is another one that can turn into something about himself. But go on.
Yeah, and I fuck with T.I. But
yeah, true. Me too.
But now
it's not for everybody though. It's not. Because you have to be more invested into the person that you're talking to as much as you're invested into yourself. It can't, I mean, everything you say, I could be like, so yeah, this happened to me. And guess what happened? And turn it ain't about me. It's about us at the moment. And it's really about you.
And you're the guest. Like, I tell Sean that sometimes, because our format is we bring people on the show to join our conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't bring them on there to make it all about them. We bring them to join our
and that's the difference. That's the difference.
Yeah. So but some people, some people that want to come on the podcast, I got a new album coming out. Oh, that's cool. What we gonna talk about is we talking about blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can plug that album, at the end. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't about that. It's about
we don't really want to. We want you to be. We feel like you already are somebody.
Right.
like the world, you was just on the Breakfast Club. You doing us a favor by just coming here and having a conversation with us. Like, but at the same time, we're not gonna put you on a pedestal. You just gonna join our conversation. Everybody in this room, you know what I mean?
That's how that's how that joint is set up to be, though. That's how Spike Punch is set up to be.
Yeah, man, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and you mentioned your son earlier.
Elijah.
How many kids you got?
I got 3. I got Elijah, I got Kamaya, and I got Sakaya.
All right, Elijah, Sakaya, and Amaya. Oh, that's easy. I left out the easiest one. All right, so I mentioned to you before because I had it clear, make sure we was clear to talk stuff like this. So your youngest daughter has well, you can explain the version of autism she deals with. Or you don't have to explain it, but she deals with, I guess, learning.
Yeah, she's on the spectrum. She's autistic. You know, like Elijah's autistic, my oldest son.
Okay, the one that did the video.
Yeah, the one that did the video. Now, the difference between autistic kids is when Elijah was autistic, is like his diet, like he doesn't eat but certain things. To this day, Elijah's an adult now, you know what I mean? He only eats certain things. He only drinks certain things. I don't think Elijah eats ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, he just eats certain things. Now with Kaya, Kaya eats ice cream. Right. Like, Kaya eats chicken, cheese, pizza. Kaya eats a lot of foods that a lot of normal kids don't eat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't really have a broad understanding of autism. More like Tisha, my girl, Kaya's mom, she has a better understanding of it. But all I know is when it comes to my kids, like when it comes to autism, like I find the greatness in them of what they can do, because what they do, a lot of kids don't do. Like, for example, let's speak about Elijah. Right. Elijah wanted to be in the music. So when he was a kid, I taught him hip hop. Like of course, I rapped. So he's older now, and he knows every rapper. It's like he knows rap like every rapper you can think of. He knows hip hop. You know what I mean? And he can DJ a little bit, but his focus is making film, making movies and video. And so he has a thing with the arts, and he can draw. And then you get back to Kaya, same thing. You know what I mean? She has a knack for the arts. She has a knack for music. She records a lot on her tablet. Yeah, she records a lot. So like, sit there and just record you. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You like this with the shit. You know what I mean? So I look at the greatness of what they can do versus what they can't do. You know what I mean? Elijah, when he was little, he talked. Kaya didn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Now Kaya can talk. She talks more now because she, goes through therapy and all that stuff. She talks a lot more now, to a point where you can understand. She understands what you're talking about, and you understand what she's talking about. Gotcha. Like Elijah now, he got full conversations. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's why I said, like, I always concentrate on the greatness of what they can do. And a lot of people be like, man, you just, you talk about your children like you just, this autism thing is nothing to you. It ain't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, yo. So we embrace it, man. Like, as a family, we embrace it like hard. Dumb. You know what I'm saying? So, we do the walking every year, yo, and it's just walking. Yeah, it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. Like, I always meet, it's crazy because on social media, I meet parents of kids with autism that I didn't even know had kids with autism.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's,
like, I knew them. I knew them. Yeah, but I didn't ever know they had kids. Yeah, my son autistic too. Wow, really? Never knew that. Like, you never, like, and some people don't embrace it. Some people just don't put it out there. And you ain't got to put it out there if you don't want to.
I can see it. I can see it either way. I can see it.
Yeah, but it's just that, it is what, to me, it is what it is. So we like, man, it's been wonderful at the same time, challenging, but it's been wonderful. Like, and like my daughter, like, I swear to God, like, I taught, my daughter was little, I taught her the show. When she was a baby, I taught her the show.
Yeah.
And to this day, she knows that shit by heart. If I do the music, she knows that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Right.
it planted in her brain. I'm trying to teach her all this other shit, though, but she ain't. I'm trying to teach her BD.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Put it down. Ooh, nah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, though, man. Like, you know, and then my middle daughter, this the one to go to state. Like, she can rap. Yeah, she can rap, but she don't want to rap. But you know, I'ma see your YouTube nigga her when she was little, just coming off the top of the dome for 5 minutes, nigga. All the time. Yeah, man, come on, bro. I'm telling you, she ain't gonna do it now, though. She too old for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? She can do it though, and like I said, it just, man, it's a blessing at the same time, man. I always encourage people to, if you got a child on the autism spectrum, you should definitely embrace everything about it and learn what you can learn, and you know, always talk to people. You can talk to me, you know what I mean? I put this on the phone, whatever, and we embrace anybody that want to know anything about it.
Right.
You know, questions, whatever, man. Like I said, it is what it is, yo. Like, I'm happy, yo, but for real, like, I'm proud of my kids. So. And they're doing great things, so, you know, as long as they do better than me, that's all that matters, bro.
And hey, that's real right there, bro. That's real. That's the stages of life, from our parents or our grandparents to our parents, to us, and our kids, and later on or now to their kids as well. So It is what it is. It is
what it is. Right.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Let me get you to plug yourself. If anybody contacts you, you got the editing, you got the spike punch, in case they.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna do it like this. Follow me on Instagram at Lil Roc 804. That's LILROC 804. You can follow me at Black Wonder Films at BLACKWUNDA Films. WUNDA Films. I spell it crazy. And you can follow me on Spike Punch Official. Spike Punch with an ED. Spike Punch Official. Spike Punch Media Company. Media Co.
Right.
Make sure you check out them throwback videos every Thursday on IG. Oh yeah, one more thing. RIP to Calbino and Lil Bob.
Absolutely.
I'm always support you, man, and you know, God.
Yeah,
man. I
appreciate you, bro. No doubt
I appreciate
about
you
it.
too, man.
All day. So that's Roc Daddy. Holla at him. He gave you his info, and straight like that, we are out of here.